The world feels normal until you start climbing. Because the higher you go, the rules of nature begin to break. Birds that shouldn't fly somehow soar. People see glowing lights they can't explain. Mountains create their own weather, like they're alive. And the creatures that survive up there? They look like they were built by evolution on hard mode. But here's the strangest part. The higher we climb, the stranger we become too. Today, we're going to find out why. And don't worry, we're saving the highest, weirdest, most terrifying altitude mystery for the end. Imagine you're hiking up a mountain. Trees are around you. Birds are chirping. The world feels familiar. Then you hit a point called the tree line, the place where trees simply stop. Not fade, not shrink, just end, like someone erased them with a giant pencil. Above this line, you've officially entered a new world. A world where air is thin, weather is unpredictable, creatures evolve differently, and humans don't belong. But nature gets creative. The first sign things are getting weird is the animals. Because at high altitudes, survival changes the rules. Take the Himalayan jumping spider. It lives at 22,000 feet, the highest altitude any animal is known to permanently survive. No vegetation, no insects, no warmth. So what does it eat? Wind-blown bugs that get carried up the mountain. It sits on sun-heated rocks, waiting for seconds of warmth. Just enough to jump out and grab whatever accidentally flew too high. Nature said, "Food doesn't live here." The spider said, "That's fine. I'll just wait for food to fall from the sky." But spiders aren't the only strange ones. The bar-headed goose flies over the Himalayas through oxygen levels that would knock out a human in seconds. To survive, its blood binds oxygen so tightly, it basically treats the sky like liquid air. Imagine trying to breathe on Mount Everest. Now imagine flying over it like it's no big deal. But the animals aren't the weirdest thing. It's what happens to the mountains themselves. Some mountains act like they're alive, not metaphorically, literally behaving like entities. Mount Washington, USA. Wind speeds, 380 kilometers per hour. That's Category 5 hurricane level. Except it happens here, all the time. Denali, Alaska. Creates its own cloud halo, a circular crown that forms even on clear days. Climbers call it the death cap. Because when that halo appears, a deadly storm usually follows. Nanga Parbat, Pakistan. Nicknamed the Killer Mountain. Its winds change direction so fast, climbers report hearing whispers, though scientists say it's air pressure slicing past the ears. Maybe. There's even a mountain in Morocco called Jebel Toubkal, where locals swear the wind carries voices during winter storms. Science calls it wind resonance. Villagers call them mountain spirits. Who's right? Well, the mountain hasn't told us yet. But these mountains aren't just strange. Some hide creatures' rituals and mysteries so old and so bizarre. Humans didn't climb them for thousands of years. That's where we're going next. At high altitudes, the sky itself starts acting strangely. Glories and halos, clouds form perfectly circular rings around the sun, making climbers feel like they're trapped inside a glowing divine eye. Locals say it's the mountain watching you. Scientists call it optical scattering. Sundogs, bright spots appear on either side of the sun, sometimes forming rainbow-like illusions. But imagine seeing these while stuck on a cliff, freezing, at 6,000 meters. Your brain struggles to know what's real. Ghost lights. In the Andes and Himalayas, climbers report sudden glowing orbs in the snow. They hover, flicker, then vanish. Ancient legends claim these are spirits guiding or punishing travelers. Modern science hasn't fully explained them. And if you think the sky is the only thing behaving weird, wait until you meet the creatures that survive up here. High-altitude animals are biological miracles. Himalayan jumping spider lives above 22,000 feet. Tiny, frozen landscapes, almost no prey, but it survives on wind-blown insects. Bar-headed goose flies over Everest without oxygen tanks. Its heart and lungs are engineered to treat thin air like thick, breathable oxygen. Snow leopard, rare silent hunters who can leap 50 feet in one bound. Their fur isn't just for warmth, it camouflages them perfectly in rocky cliffs and snowstorms. Mountain ibex can scale vertical cliffs like gravity doesn't exist, leaving predators baffled. Pikas and Himalayan marmots, tiny rodents that whistle to warn each other of predators, living in near-freezing burrows for months on end. Legends say the Yeti isn't just a monster, it was the guardian of the peaks, scaring away humans from sacred altitudes. Modern explorers debate whether sightings were polar bears, large primates, or hallucinations from oxygen deprivation. Mountains make their own weather. Gravity waves, wind currents appear to defy physics, moving clouds in strange circular patterns. Temperature inversions, you climb higher, expecting colder air, but suddenly a warm layer traps snow and fog in odd ways. Diamond dust. Tiny ice crystals form in sunlight, glittering like thousands of diamonds in the air, creating a surreal, magical landscape. Blizzards without warning. Peaks like Denali and Nanga Parbat can turn from clear skies to whiteout conditions in minutes. Some climbers report hearing whispers or echoes in the wind, probably just sound bouncing off cliffs, but unsettling. And humans aren't immune. The higher you go, the stranger things happen to your own mind and body. High-altitude survival is a mix of science, luck, and sheer terror. Hypoxia. The brain starts hallucinating at extreme heights. Some climbers swear they saw ghostly companions or moving shadows that weren't there. The third man factor. People climbing alone often report a presence guiding them to safety. Some call it a guardian angel. Some call it madness. Frozen time. Bodies of climbers who perish in the cold can stay almost perfectly preserved for decades. Everest has entire cemeteries of frozen pioneers, silent witnesses to human ambition. Avalanche mysteries. Some climbers vanish without trace. Snowpacks sometimes swallow them whole, and strange shifting patterns make it almost impossible to find them years later. But the mountains hold even stranger secrets. Creatures, plants, and phenomena you'll only see at the absolute highest altitudes. Even plants evolve bizarrely. Himalayan moss and lichens grow in near-zero oxygen, surviving intense UV and freezing nights. Alpine, forget-me-not. Flowers open only for minutes in sunlight, yet produce seeds that survive decades. Ice worms, tiny worms that live in glaciers moving freely inside frozen ice. They literally swim through solid ice to find nutrients. These organisms are living miracles, often invisible to humans, yet crucial to high-altitude ecosystems. Some peaks have myths older than humans themselves. Mount Kailash, Tibet. Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, and Bon believers call it sacred. Anyone trying to climb it faces legendary misfortune. No one has summited it. Popocatépetl, Mexico. Active volcano with eerie lights seen above it. Ancient civilizations thought it was a gateway to the underworld. Andes Mountains. Stories of sky people, ritual sacrifices, and unexplained disappearances. Even today, researchers and climbers report phenomena that science cannot fully explain. And if you thought this was strange, the highest points on Earth hold the most bizarre, almost impossible phenomena. Things you won't believe until you see them. At the very top of the world, the peaks where air is thin and storms rage, reality itself seems to bend. On Everest, climbers report mirages of people who aren't there, shadows moving against the wind, and lights that vanish when approached. In the Andes, ancient rituals left mysterious artifacts in places no human could easily reach. Some seem untouched for thousands of years. On Mount Kailash, snowstorms form walls and corridors, as if the mountain itself is deciding who may pass. The higher you go, the more the laws of nature, survival, and even perception stretch beyond normal limits. Mountains teach us strange lessons. Life adapts in ways we can barely imagine. Spiders hunting at 22,000 feet, ice worms swimming through glaciers, birds flying over peaks taller than any city skyscraper. Weather becomes a character of its own. Diamond dust, ghostly halos, thunder that rolls without origin. Even humans change. Minds hallucinate, hearts race faster, and every step feels like walking on the edge between life and myth. It's almost like the higher we climb, the stranger we ourselves become, as if the mountains are testing our limits, our courage, sanity, and imagination. Some mysteries remain unsolved. Ancient legends of guardian spirits, yetis, and unexplained lights persist in the highest regions. Frozen climbers remain as silent witnesses, frozen in time, leaving us to wonder what they saw in their final moments. Hidden ecosystems thrive where no human thought life could exist. The mountains guard their secrets fiercely, and maybe that's exactly what makes them so beautiful and terrifying. If you thought this journey was strange, imagine what we haven't even seen yet. From peaks humans have never touched to creatures science has yet to discover. Which mountain mystery fascinated you the most? The ghost lights, the ice worms, or the flying geese over Everest? Comment below. And if you want to explore even stranger heights, uncharted mysteries, and extreme nature, make sure you subscribe, because the next journey is going to push the limits of reality even further.